What's up, guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Hornets Daily podcast. My name is Tayvon, and we got ourselves an exciting show for you guys for today. Today was an off day for the Charlotte Hornets. However, we still got news for you guys, and we still got updates for you guys' viewing pleasure. As you guys know, we are the last parts of the NBA season, and we only got about 9, maybe 10 games left as of currently right now. I did not check the games standings as of right now. I believe we're on 9 games left. But regardless or not, the Charlotte Hornets is in a push to be making the 8th seed, or currently the 7th seed as it looks like right now, pending on later game action and pending if we can get this win against Philadelphia coming up tomorrow. Speaking of that game, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our first topic for today's show. So if you guys are ready to rock and roll with me, please leave a like on the video. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like this video in general. We're going to be giving you updates every single day at 11 a.m. So don't you miss it. Injury report against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's get started. So with coming in for this injury report for the Philadelphia 76ers, the Charlotte Hornets has a left calf strain with Tayvon. Tayvon will remain out for this game. Liam McNeely is being sent right back down to Greensboro Swarm. So again, no Liam McNeely whatsoever. It seems like Grant Williams or Kobe White is not listed for the injury report for 5:15 p.m. Eastern time for the update for today. Again, I'm recording this during a nighttime around 12 a.m. So it's already been out. But since Grant and Kobe is not listed, they will not be added to the report, and they will more than likely will play in this game against the Philadelphia 76ers. This is a reminder. This is also a first game of a back-to-back, with us facing against Philadelphia on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're facing against the Boston Celtics, which was going to be on Peacock for your viewing pleasure. In that meantime, the Sixers is listed. Johnny Broome has out for this game, and Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre are questionable for this game. The Sixers got back Joel Embiid just yesterday, also Paul George just yesterday as well, as they are making their playoff push as of right now. They are currently on a one-game win streak as the things go, with Joel Embiid coming back and everything. So this will be their second game coming in. The Hornets, who are currently on a hot streak, is currently, or has of right now, on a 5-game winning streak and currently trying to make it up the ladder. If we do get this win against Philadelphia, we will take sole possession of the 7th place spot and move up to that 7th place spot with a tiebreaker against Philadelphia, as we beat them over and over again. I think we beat them 2 out of 1 times maybe in the season. Maybe we're going for the sweep in this one. I got to check back the history between Hornets and Philadelphia, but I know we have the tiebreaker above them as of right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, Hornets need to get this victory against Philadelphia so you can move on. Tyrese Maxey and again, Kelly Oubre is questionable for this one. Tayvon will be out. So that is your injury report for tomorrow. This is for certain. This is what's going to happen. Now, I don't know about Boston with Grant Williams and Kobe White, but I'm pretty sure Grant Williams is going to want to play, and I'm pretty sure Kobe White is going to want to play against one of the best teams. They was without Jaylen Brown today, but they did give us a favor, in which we will touch on that topic right now. The standings update. Heat lost. The Atlanta Hawks lost to Boston. Boston was without Jaylen Brown, but they got it done. Peyton Pritchard went crazy. Yes, I watched the game in full detail. I watched the Cleveland and Heat game in NBA TV as well. I was looking at it side by side. Great games. Cleveland had a monster game in terms of the offense. I think they scored 153 points at one point in the game. As for the Hawks and Celtics game, Peyton Pritchard went crazy. I think he had close to 40 points in this game. Derek White played really good as well. It was just a good game overall for the Celtics in terms of defense and them shooting the cover off the ball, especially in that third quarter and that later portion of that the early portion of that fourth quarter. They just went away and took the lead. Atlanta could not come back from that, but Atlanta played really well throughout 3 quarters. Let me just tell you guys, they are looking way better than what they were before. In this case right now, Atlanta, obviously what they lost, still goes down the standings, but as of right now, they are currently in a 1-game lead of Philadelphia as of right now. If Philadelphia does win, they do tie it with Philadelphia for the 6th spot. If we do win, we move up to 40 wins, and that will automatically mean that we get a play-in spot no matter what. We will clinch play-in, at least getting into the NBA play-in spot. So A win right here will automatically grant us that notability for a play-in spot clinch. For that point standing, Miami and Orlando, if they get one more win, they will get a play-in spot clinch. Again, no, I don't believe the Milwaukee Bucks will be catching up at any point in time. The Chicago Bulls are now officially out of the play-in, but they lost tonight. I believe who they lost to. Got to double check just to make sure the team that they played against. They played against the Thunder. They lost against the Thunder today. So they are officially out of the play-in chances with 44 losses. If Milwaukee loses again, they are out of chances for the play-in walk-in. So we wouldn't have to worry about Milwaukee. We wouldn't have to worry about any other team besides the top 10 team that's out there, and that automatically grants us play-in. Miami and Orlando is currently in the 9th seed and the 10th seed respectively. Miami 39 and 35 currently with that Cleveland loss. Orlando is currently tied up with us, but obviously we have the tiebreaker against Orlando, so we are currently in the 8th seed. Orlando is in the 9th seed. We cannot mess this things up right now against Philadelphia. If we get this victory against Philadelphia, we will move and shoot up to potentially the 6th spot in the NBA Eastern Conference standings. Toronto did win against the Pelicans, but they do face a daunting task coming up against the Orlando Magic on the 29th. So we'll be excited to see coming the day after if the Hornets get the victory, if Orlando could beat Toronto, and thus we can possibly get that 5th spot if we continue to win and continue to mow our way through the Eastern Conference. Now, with that Boston game on Sunday, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Again, they are a really good team. They're a really good defensive team. I have my worries about the Knicks. And I still have my worries about the Knicks, but again, that game showed yesterday. And somebody commented also from yesterday as far as the Jalen Brunson thing and how he was basically defending against the Hornets and pretty much switching. The Knicks use a lot of peel switching to get Brunson off the main target, especially if he is countered or is getting put into PNR situations. Obviously, they can't do it every time because a backdoor cut is going to happen. Off-ball action is going to happen where it forces him to basically be that guy to step up into that PNR. But what the Hornets do so well compared to any other league and any other team that's out there, and again, every team does this where they switch the guard that they want to attack and they switch them and somebody has to step forward. What the Knicks do, they basically show forward, or the help defender shows and blitz for a little bit or help for a little bit, double, and then they hedge back to their man, or Brunson will hedge back to his man, so that way the pass doesn't go off quickly to the person that's open. Also help coming off of the other side corner. Thus, Brunson will go off to the man that is fading away, and they keep their point of attack defender on the main guy and work from there. But Hornets, very smart in the way they approach, the way they attack. Again, using off-ball actions. They put Brunson on Miles Bridges to force Miles Bridges to shoot three-pointers, in which he is below average in terms of three-pointers. Brunson was going to leave it open. Good thing for us, Miles Bridges had enough time, not enough experience, especially with being the number one option this year, posting up and creating shots for himself, but also creating off of a double team to the point where he is abusing Brunson. He's getting past Towns and PNRs. LaMelo's getting past Towns and PNR. Everybody's getting past Towns and PNR. In terms of shooting as well as he's in drop coverage, it's a whole plethora of mess between Brunson and Towns. That's why that Knicks defense, even though one of the best defensive teams in the past pretty much 30 games prior, they just have a glaring weakness between their two stars, and they cannot continue to ignore it or cannot continue to hide it. So, again, that's why Mitchell Robinson played a little bit more than Karl-Anthony Towns. Brunson, even though with a great offensive effort, defensively, was just getting an attack all game and was taking abuse from the size disadvantage from Miller, Brawl, and the rest of them, and Kon Knueppel. And Kon Knueppel had a great game. Again, with all that attacking against Brunson being the point of attack defender, that opens up help, which opens up wide open shots for everybody else. And one of the beneficiaries of those ball movement is definitely Kon Knueppel shooting a wide open three or a movement three where he just catches it and shoot it right away. So again, big contribution from them. Great game plan from Charles Lee. Kon Knueppel also being one of the best PNR role big men in the league. Yes, I said that. He's in the statistic, points per possession. Kon Knueppel is one of the best points per role big men and yes, I said big man or wingman, however you want to go about it, in the NBA today. So can't leave him open off of PNR. He makes the right decision most of the time off of PNR. And again, it just creates havoc for a team like the New York Knicks or any other team in general. Most teams in the NBA cannot stop that because there's a lot of motion going on. So regardless of not, ladies and gentlemen, that's how they got the victory against the Knicks. Regardless of not, standings is what it is right now. Hopefully we can repeat that against the Philadelphia 76ers, who have Joel Embiid back. This is going to be a big test for Moussa Diabate. I want to see how he fares against them. He had the tough test against Karl-Anthony Towns. He will be going back-to-back against star big men with Towns and now Joel Embiid. So we'll see. We'll go through it, and we'll go through it together, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tune into the Philadelphia 76ers game. It will be at 7 p.m. Eastern time on FanDuel, North Carolina. Make sure you tune in and get in all the action. And speaking of all the action, make sure that you join on the action for Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has been supplying you guys with ads. And yes, we do this every day, every single day, but you guys have to go and make your picks on to the app today. All you have to do is go to that QR code right up top. You can simply go to the QR code and download the app today. You can use promo code BasketballFans to score $75 in bonus entries when you first play your first $5 from fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties or more. Playing on Underdog Fantasy is easy. Just pick whether your favorite player will go higher or lower, such as points, rebounds, steals, or more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog Fantasy, I'm looking at that Philadelphia 76ers game, and yes, I did a special pick for you guys for today. Now, you don't have to take my picks. It's up to you. I missed out on 2 out of the last 3 picks. So, again, I am not on a hot streak. But if you want to take my pick, if you want to be that gambling man and you want to risk it all, and again, he is on a hot streak, you might as well take my pick. So, one of my picks for today is going to be LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball will be scoring 20 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers, despite having a really good offense with Tyrese Maxey if he plays, and Joel Embiid being there with the offensive efficiency going up with them being there, they still lack defense. Now, they play good defense, especially in the early parts of the season, but again, Joel Embiid was hurt for most of the time, and they missed out on their big men defenders that's out there in the paint. Because Andre Drummond, even though he is active, he is not as athletic as he was before. And as far as everybody else goes, they do have some solid wing defenders, but no rim pressure or nobody to take rim pressure off, in which Joel Embiid is part of that. And again, his knees is kind of shot as right now. He's still effective. Don't get me wrong. Big body, can still score with the best of them. And when he does jump, he can jump. But his knees are shot, so he's not going to take a lot of plays. He's going to take some plays off for sure. And this is where I feel like LaMelo Ball will shine. In that PNR situation with Embiid, even though he is active, he is going to take some plays off. So I feel like LaMelo Ball will be scoring 20 points, especially in PNR situations with Embiid. I feel as though he will be chucking up threes at a very high premium. Obviously, VJ Edgecombe is going to be guarding him, or potentially Paul George. But regardless of not, I feel as though they are not going to stay in front of LaMelo Ball. And the way he is on a hot streak right now, I bet my top dollar he scores at least 20 points in this game. I bet my top dollar he also gets above 5 rebounds in the game. Anytime that the Hornets are tasked with a big men group that can rebound and offensive rebound, in terms of, like Mitchell Robinson's in the world or Jakob Poeltl's in the world or anything like that, they are a relentless team in terms of gang rebounding and stopping those chances for offensive rebounds. So I feel like LaMelo Ball is going to crash the glass. Same for Kon Knueppel, and I feel like he's going to get at least 5 rebounds in this game. And I approve at least 6 assists in this game. So I'm assuming 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists for LaMelo Ball in this game. As I said, you can look down the line right here. He has literally 4 of the past 5 games. He has over 5 assists. 4 of the past 5 games, he has over 5 rebounds. And all his games, all the past 5 games, he has at least scored 20 points. So I'm clocking it. I am guaranteeing LaMelo Ball gets 20 points, 5 rebounds, and at least 6 assists in this game. And you can guarantee that. And we will be going into Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you make your picks today. Use that promo code BasketballFans. As I said, you can win up to $75. That is promo code BasketballFan. Underdog Fantasy. Make your picks. win money, must be 18 or older to play. We're going to go to our disclaimer, and we'll be right back. And speaking of LaMelo Ball, we got that topic for you guys as well. He is one of the best players in the half court, and we're going to show you why just after these few messages. We'll be right back.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 hotline at 1-878 or text HOMI 467-369.
And welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We do not have to talk about the Underdog Fantasy anymore, but make sure download that app whenever you're ready. Regardless or not, LaMelo Ball is a topic of discussion, and we talked about him in our picks, and we got to talk about him as far as what he's been doing so far. He's been amazing throughout the past 7 games, and it's been improving ever since he got that Eastern Conference Player of the Week award for Week 22. So now it goes to beg to show, how does he impact the Hornets in such a way? And we talked about this before, but it's still an ongoing thing because, again, it's still a lot more games to play from the last time we spoke about it. So this time, it's even increased even more. So let's talk about half-court offense, ladies and gentlemen. The highest on-court plus-minuses and off-court plus-minuses on the NBA today. And obviously, LaMelo Ball is leading in that statistical category as of right now, or not leading, but second ranked in that statistical category with a plus 11 when he is on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander obviously leads the league, 13.4 per game every time he is on the floor with the OKC Thunder. Without him off the floor, they is negative 13.4. That's a big difference compared to any other team, any other player that's on the team. Then LaMelo Ball is second with 11. That means he is ranked over Jokic as far as player efficiency on and off the floor. You know how good you have to be to rank above Nikola Jokic, who is averaging, or not averaging triple-double, but is pretty much making triple-double seem like an afterthought in certain games. It's way crazier than Russell Westbrook being a triple-double machine during that time when he was with OKC. The fact of the matter is when LaMelo Ball plays, this Hornets offense, especially in the half court, gets way better than any other player that's in the league besides from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is a thought. That is a crazy thing to talk about, especially with the Hornets. And it's not to say that LaMelo Ball didn't have this in him. It's just that he was so injured, so banged up, that he never gets onto the chance to play a full season. Now that we're seeing him in a full season run, ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the best. And we obviously knew he had talent, but the fact that he is number 2 in half-court offense and leading that engine and doing everything is remarkable. So clap it up for him. Nikola Jokic, just to go off the rest of the list, Nikola Jokic is 10.9. Jamal Murray currently is 10.5. Julius Randle, which is a surprising thing for number top 5, is 10.4. Then again, this is games without Edwards on the floor sometimes as well. And then this is games where he sometimes, take over when Ant is resting on the bench. So I could expect why Julius Randle, one of the best all-stars for the Minnesota Timberwolves team has it right now, besides from Rudy Gobert and a couple of other players that's out there, is leading this group as being the secondary star. James Harden is 9.9 in terms of leading his group as well. This also comes from the Clippers. He was playing really well with the Clippers from before. This is also coming now into Cleveland, where how he's been playing with Donovan Mitchell, where Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to be the lead guard. It just has to be James Harden to do his task and do his role. Jalen Brunson obviously at 9. When he's on the floor, they take a dip in terms of scoring when he's off the floor. So it's obviously Jalen Brunson means a lot to the New York Knicks in terms of that. The deer in headline, or the person that is not supposed to be here whatsoever, and the clown, that meme where the clown is with the American soldiers on the side and the clown has the gun? Yeah, that's Davion Mitchell for the Miami Heat. For some reason, and don't get me wrong, Davion Mitchell, great defender. Great perimeter attack defender, shoots his threes at a very high efficient rate. He is doing his thing. But the fact of the matter, the Heat decreased in terms of half-court offense when he is off the floor is nuts to think about. He is 8.2 plus in terms of on-the-floor usage, especially in a half-court set. Devin Vassell, another person that, he gets some time. He does is a really good knockdown shooter for the San Antonio Spurs. He is 8.2. And then Michael Porter, which is obvious, I feel like with Brooklyn, with the way he's been scoring this year, even though he's sat out with a hamstring injury since March 1st, is 7.9 for the rest of the way. So again, LaMelo Ball leading number 2. Very, very good company, to say the least. And hopefully this can continue going into next season as he continues to stay healthy and do what he has to do. So let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about LaMelo Ball being number 2. Obviously, I don't think it's a surprise to some people, but I don't think it's a big, like, oh my God moment for some Hornets fans. Because again, I never thought we will make it to this day where we actually see LaMelo Ball full on play a season and do what he has to do without being injured. Yes, he got injured at the beginning of the season, but it was a minor injury, and it's only for a week or two. He's back now. He's playing a full consecutive game. And again, every time I say this, I'm going to knock on wood. I do not know if LaMelo Ball is going to, continue to stay healthy. We got to see. I wish and pray for good health for LaMelo Ball. So hopefully that stays the way it is. Now, we're going to go into our next topic and our last and final topic. And yes, we got to talk about Kon Knueppel. If it's not one thing, it's another. Kon Knueppel always is going to show up on the news program for any Hornets situation. And for one, in a graceful legendary cover, he is on the Slam magazine, ladies and gentlemen. Kon Knueppel has made the Slam magazine, and I never thought a rookie will ever make it, but this is the time that he made it in. Kon Knueppel graces the cover of Slam magazine. He talks with the Slam magazine or Slam interviewers, and as far as him making it to the league, him growing up with a bunch of brothers, or his brothers that's in the NBA, or not in the NBA, but is trying to destined to get into the NBA. And then not only that, talking about his Hornets teammates, his rookie season, and how he prepared for that point, and also his time with Duke, with Sion as well. So it's a whole interview. You can check it out on YouTube. I did not go into the full scoop of it, but I did look at the cover. The cover is amazing. If you guys want to purchase the cover, I believe it's like $13 to purchase the cover. Let me just make sure, or purchase the magazine itself. They also are selling merch as far as cover tees. They have a large tee. They have the remix heavy tee. They have a crop over tee. They have the wallpaper cover that you guys can get. And they also have a limited edition of Kemba Walker, LaMelo Ball, and also the Ball family being on the Slam magazine as well. So you have plenty, and I mean plenty, of ways to pretty much get Kon Knueppel merchandise, LaMelo Ball merchandise, any Hornets merchandise in general. You have that ability to do so, and he is gracing the cover so beautifully with the basketball in his hand, as basically saying the buzz is real. The title magazine for Slam, rookies aren't supposed to walk into the league and rewrite the record books with confidence, composure, and a clip that never cools. Kon Knueppel's tilting game and trajectory in Charlotte. The Hornets sensation covers Slam 261. Make sure you order it today. It is a beauty, to say the least. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you guys coming into the show, talking about the good word about the Charlotte Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do like the show, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate you guys. If it's any other topic that you guys want me to talk about besides from the obvious topics of injury updates, as far as scores for the NBA, as far as anything, as far as Hornets games, as we doing the recap and doing everything, please let me know in the comment section, because we have so much to talk about. We can talk about players. We can talk about how the team outlook looks like. We can talk about how the head coaching styles is. We can get into everything. Listen, guys, and again, I don't want to toot my own horn here, and it's not about me. It's about the Hornets. But I used to work for the Hornets as far as a esports scout for the Hornets, so I know my basketball. I know how plays work. I know how they are doing as far as getting zoom action to get Kon Knueppel the ball, these Ricky or Spanish actions to get Diabate open or LaMelo Ball open. So trust me, I know my basketball. We can look at it. We could talk about the game. We could talk about the game from the XO standpoint. We could talk about the game from the defensive standpoint. We can talk about the game from a complete stat standpoint in general as well. I'm on it. We're going to make sure we got all the topics. So please let me know in the comment section how you guys feel. Let me know how you feel about LaMelo's plus minus. Let me know how you feel about the standings coming up for the Hornets. And let me know how you feel about Kon gracing the cover of Slam magazine. We are going to be out of here. We do appreciate you guys. Remember to tune in to the show, tune in to the game at 7 p.m. Eastern time for the Charlotte Hornets versus Philadelphia 76ers at a homestand. We need this victory. We need to get to at least the 6th seed or maybe the 7th seed. So hopefully, you guys are there. Show your support. Make sure you're there for the Hornets. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tayvon. You guys have a blessed day. Have a good one.